Hey, what is up guys? DRC3 here, back with another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and today we are going to be taking on double S difficulty of the best Jeanist climax battle yet again. I have done some videos in the past where we took on B through S and double S difficulty, so if you want to go check out those videos, those could also help you. But now we are going to be attempting double S difficulty with a new team, and this new team is going to include a lot of the new units that have recently come out. We're going to be using the new Fantasy Aizawa, we're going to be using the new Vigilante Deku, and we're going to be using the new Fantasy Uraraka, as well as putting the Fantasy Bakugo and Fantasy Kirishima on the subslots. Fantasy Bakugo is the only unit here who is not really newer, and now these are not necessarily the best units for doing this climax battle, but I just wanted to see what these new units could do, especially since typically in this climax battle you're going to want to be using purple and yellow type units. As you can tell, Aizawa and Deku are not purple and yellow type units, they are blue and red type units, so we're going to see how they perform in this climax battle and see if we can beat double S difficulty. So with all that said, let's go ahead and hop in. As we get into this, there are some things you guys are going to want to know about best Jeanist. The first thing is you are going to want a power down unit. That is why we have brought along Aizawa. Aizawa's first action skill here does in fact power down best Jeanist. If you don't have this Aizawa, there are a couple of other power down units you're going to want to choose from. You're going to want to choose like purple Dabi. You could choose purple Mineta, the SR character. There are a bunch of, different power down units. Shigaraki, purple UR Shigaraki is another good option. Ideally, you want to run a purple power down unit over some other color, but I wanted to see, like I said, what this Aizawa can do, so make sure you're running a power down unit. The other thing you're going to want to go against best Jeanist is a character who can nuke best Jeanist with every single attack or hit 9999 damage pretty much every single time. And in this case, Deku can actually do that with his action skills. He can hit that 999 damage quite frequently, pretty much every single time. If you don't have this Deku, hopefully you have Fantasy Bakugo. Those are like the two main characters I'd recommend for doing massive amounts of damage. They're both really good at doing massive amounts of damage. So even though Deku isn't type advantaged, he's still ridiculously so strong. He's so strong. So with that said, we're going to be using the Erasure action skill first, and that cancels 3 temporary buffs on a single opponent. He doesn't have any real temporary buffs right now, so that doesn't really matter. It decreases the opponent's power by 20% for 3 turns. That's the important part. And it also decreases his defense by 30% for 3 turns and has a medium chance of sealing his skills, which we can do in these earlier phases, like I said. Then we're going to use the Home Run Comet. This is going to have a low chance of stunning, but as you increase your crit, it increases your chance of stunning. So it's actually like a medium chance of stunning because Uraraka increases crit across the board when she has Composure, and I have a Composure memory on her. So we have a medium chance of stunning him right here. And so we're going to do that second, and then we are going to do our Overflowing Strength action skill last. If you've seen my showcase on Deku, you'll know why, but the reason you want to do this last is because it increases your Fajin. When you use it in a third successfully executed skill chain, it's going to give you more Fajin. All right, so this is the action skill order we're going to follow for the first turn. We missed the stun, but that's all right. We got everything else. We did seal best Jeanist, and so if we go into the boss, you can see he's reducing burning and bleeding damage, and he has phase down damage that happens right before a phase transition. But then if we keep going down, you will see defense down and power down, which are from Aizawa alone. So Aizawa is kind of a beast in this. And then he also has skills sealed for 2 more turns where characters' action skills and plus ultra moves become unusable. So that's also pretty helpful for this climax battle. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Binding Assault. It has a medium chance of binding him, so we have a chance to bind him. It also increases Aizawa's plus ultra gauge, which is good, and increases his skill impact by 30% if the opponent is affected by power down, which guess what, he is. Then we're going to go ahead and do a Black Whip and Shoot Style, which has a medium chance of stunning the opponent for 2 turns, which actually becomes a high chance if we land the crit, which we're more than likely going to land the crit. And the other stuff happens when your Fajin is a certain amount. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and do Gravity Blow, which is going to increase the plus ultra gauge of all allies and increase the character's critical hit rate. We did not get the bind. We did, however, get the stun. So he's going to be stunned in this phase transition, which is really funny. So we're not going to take any damage during this phase transition. As you can see right there, we have done it without taking any damage. And now we're going to use all of our plus ultras. And Deku's Fajin is not over 30 right now, so we're not going to get all this bonus effects, but once we get over 30, we're going to make him ecstatic and make him hit basically harder and better. And so this Aizawa, on the other hand, he deals 650% damage to a single opponent, but he has a high chance of sealing the opponent's skills for 3 turns and a medium chance of causing the opponent to bleed. That bleed is extra damage. The seal would be great. So that's what we're hoping for. 99,000 from Uraraka. 99,000 from Deku and an additional stun. 53,000 from Aizawa and the seal. And Best Jeanist just doesn't even get a chance to touch us. It's kind of insane, honestly. It's a little bit crazy. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this action skill here. It's pretty much the same action skill chain we used the first turn. Power down. Stun. And Fajin up. Now, Uraraka's stun only lasts 1 turn, so he is obviously back up right here. We're going to take this turn to wait. And he's not really going to do anything. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our action skill chain. And as you can see, we are at 30 Fajin, so that's good for us. And we bound him before the next phase. And this right here should put us into the next phase with 99,000 damage. So that's really cool that he's bound going into this phase. What astonishing growth. Show me all that you've got. And we will definitely show him all that we've got. We got all our plus ultras, and we're going to go ahead and unleash them on him. And so far, he doesn't have his resistances because he is bound, which is cool. 54,000. There's the stun again. And another bind and a bleed. And he's still stunned. And so normally in this phase, he would have resistances to the stuns. He would have resistances to like everything pretty much. But because we were able to bind him, the resistances just don't matter, which is really, really cool. All right, now let's go ahead and do this. Power down, stunned again. And now he's probably going to get his resistances coming up. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Okay, cool. We take that. Let's go ahead and use our plus ultra here. That way we have a full skill chain coming up. And we got the stun again. It's a little bit insane. It's a little bit insane. All right, now we'll just go ahead and finish up this phase right here. Go ahead and use these plus ultras here and hope we don't die before we actually get to use them. All right, so you resist that stun. Okay, just please don't kill anyone. And let's see if we can get a... Well, he's going to resist the stuns now, so I was going to say, let's see if we can get a stun. But realistically, we're not going to get a stun. Alright, who does he kill? Okay, we have a barrier with Aizawa. That's perfect. That's actually exactly what we want. Alright, and then here we go. 33,000. He's so close to death now. We can taste it. And he's dead! And he's dead! The stun seals are ridiculous. Obviously, failed the first time, you know, messed it up a little bit. But, like, we lost one character. The stun seals are absolutely ridiculous. So there you go, guys. There's the ending we all wanted to see. There is the new characters. Even though they are not type advantaged, even though Vigilante Deku is not type advantaged, even though Aizawa is not type advantaged, they are just the stun and the seal and the power down is too overpowering, too ridiculous for this climax battle. So if you happen to pull or be a new player and you pulled these characters, you have a very good climax battle team, a good potential for a team here, and you have a good chance of beating this climax battle. So hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit. If not, go check out my previous video where I did it with older units. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.